Good morning, guys. I'm Angie. This is Life at Hill House, and I thought today we would take a little walk out to the cut flower garden and see what's going on. A lot has changed out there since we last looked at it. Things are blooming, and I'm getting a good feel of what works and isn't going to work for me in my garden. So come on around and we'll check it out. All right, guys, so here we have a look. So I'm working with a new gimbal today, so bear with me a little bit. The sun is starting to come out here. I tried to get out earlier, but my allergies were in overload today. But as you can see, it is vastly improved since we were last out here. And I'm learning what is really working well and what isn't working all that well. So first off, we'll go through some of the things that are out here. So here we've got forget-me-not. Now I thought forget-me-not was like a really low growing plant, but this is a big plant. We've got some nasturtium, one little phlox, which I really love it. It's such a pretty vintagey looking color. Then we've got some salvia. The Gomphrena. Now the Gomphrena I was expecting to be really tall, and it's super short. I don't know what's going on with the Gerber daisies. They bloomed once, and that was it. We've got some pincushion flower just opening up here. Here we have some daisies and some rudbeckia that are starting to really put on a lot of growth, looking good. Here we have some marigolds and some celosia. Celosia is looking good. This, I believe, is stock. And then we have carnations. Turn around here. Here we've got a teddy bear sunflower. Isn't that so cute? I'm hoping it's going to get a lot bigger than this because this is only about 6 inches tall. Chamomile. Got some more nasturtiums. We've got some borage. The dahlia patch is looking pretty good. We have, looks like one that didn't come up at all and one that is struggling. So the Pacific Ocean is really struggling compared to all the rest. Some things just didn't make it, mainly stock. Snapdragons are looking pretty good. And this is stock. But back here we have snaps. Zinnias are looking amazing. Look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? And then you see here we have a whole row of things that was just empty because this was all stock that didn't make it. So I have some lupins in there, and I've recently put in some seeds of some more zinnia. So we'll see how they do and try to determine if it's the spot or if it was the plants. Turn around here, we've got more zinnias, and then we have a milkweed coming up from last year, because this was the pollinator garden last year. So I'm gonna just leave that. And zinnias are looking good. We've got some pest problems here. Looks like probably some beetles. We come through this way. We've got more zinnia. We've got some of the dahlias that we planted from seed. We've got some yarrow. Celoseas are looking great, except for this wee one. I don't know what's going on there. We've got our first sweet pea. And then this gaillardia back here, I don't know the variety. Of course, I didn't put it on the tag because I'm usually not a fan of gaillardia, so I wasn't worried, but I love this. It's so unique and frilly and pretty. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. Let's see here. Nope. Definitely didn't put what variety it was. I don't know where that hole was. There it was. Here we've got some more marigolds. I believe these are my Kilimanjaros. We've got some more dahlias. Beetle. Can you see this? There he is. Do you guys know what kind of beetle that is? If you do, put it in the comments. But then like, oh, look at this little bee butt. How precious is this? All right, got another pretty little dahlia here. Isn't that cute? And then we have this dahlia here, this one here, and this one here. Just, I don't know what happened to them. They've struggled the entire time. And since they're in this little grouping, I don't know if it's location or pest or what it is. I kind of think there's some pest pressure because my salvia is broken. I'm thinking, because I know we have rabbits out here, so it could very well be a rabbit. Come around here, the cosmos, the double click, looking beautiful. And then this, look at this. This is the Mexican sunflower. It's so huge. And then there's just that one flower. It's so cute though. And look how pretty that is. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm hoping, it looks like in here there might be some more buds coming. As we travel further back, you see we've got a lot more dahlias. These again were all planted from seeds, and they will form the tubers that I can take up for next year. Then we got this little row of cosmos. Looking so pretty against this red spike amaranth, which is gorgeous. Here we have some Dora. You can harvest this at various stages, just depending on what bloom color you're really wanting for your arrangements. We have some eucalyptus. And then this, I've never grown it before, is called Rattlesnake Master. I thought it looked pretty cool in the picture, and I bought this as a plant. It's this right here. So we'll see what happens as it opens. Then we have some sunflowers. Look at this. We have, this says it is Pro Cut Gold Light. I'm I'm not sure if that's what it is. And we have one little wee sunflower back here that isn't doing too great, the white one. This one here at the end has a lot of issues. What is that, blight or something? See that? It's the only one though. And I'm not sure what variety it is. Oh, there's a tag. So this is this little birdhouse. I have some little birds in there, which I've affectionately named the Willoughbys. And they roost in there every year. But she will come out mad and flapping at you if you get too close. That's a Moulin Rouge. That's a Moulin Rouge. I'm not sure what will happen with that. I have this problem over here too. Now this is the Sunfill Purple. And then this one is the one I think is Joker. Look, this is the double-headed. You can tell by how oblong that is. This is a Pro Cut Plum. You can get in there and have a look at it. We're just seeing if we have some more Pro Cut Plums. I thought I had some Ruby Eclipse. I haven't harvested any of these sunflowers. I really need to, and I need to get a succession planting going here. But this, I thought was a Pro Cut Plum, but I've always been told the Pro Cut series is a one and done. It's not a branching, but this is branching, but it looks exactly like the Pro Cut, so I'm not sure what's going on there. We have one here, Soraya. It's just a little baby. Here's our Bells of Ireland. Look at that. Oh guys, we've got some bells. So that's a look at what's going on. Look at that. Isn't she cute? So some of these are fizzling out, and some of them are just getting started. I've been using a good bit of these in arrangements, as well as going around and getting things out of the regular garden, especially for filler. But I've really learned a lot for next year. It's really easy, even from here, to see what's doing really well and what is struggling. I've learned that I don't need to be as generous with my spacing. I've got a lot of wasted space out here. So I really could plant everything a lot closer. I know which things I want to plant more of because of they're doing well. I like the look, I like the vase life, because I've been taking everything in and practicing and harvesting and trying different ways of preserving the longer vase life. So all of that is doing really well for me, helping me learn what I want to do here. What is this plant? I have an awful lot of plants that don't have tags, considering I made a tag for every single plant that I grew. So I don't know why I have so many things without tags. Also need to weed out here. It's been a few days since I've been out, honestly, because we've been doing some little day trips. I've just been enjoying this nice weather because it's been basically no humidity, and it's been in the 80s and 70s, where it was like in the high 90s. and the cicadas are gone. If you didn't notice, they're gone. I'm not battling cicadas and jumping and diving around in the video. So the cut flower garden this year has taught me that I need to work on spacing. It's taught me what I probably will not plant again next year. Like, I don't think I'll plant stock. I definitely need to plant a lot more filler. I need to plant things closer together to maximize my space. I need to leave some areas for succession planting. And that's the thing about a garden. To me, I think your garden is constantly teaching you new things. And my garden's always teaching me new things. It's always romancing me. Just look at that. I mean, seriously, I'm in love with this garden because it's romancing me all the time. I think it's important to find romance in things that you do every day. Even the mundane things, like doing your dishes. Find a dishcloth that you think is beautiful, or a towel, or a soap dispenser. I have things in my kitchen that don't necessarily match a decor style, and throughout my entire house. But you know why I have those things? And it's because when I look at those things I find so beautiful and I love so much, or it gives me a feeling of home and happiness, they romance me. And I can be romanced just all day through simple things. I'm not romanced by this Japanese beetle. Thank you, buddy. He left. He was kind. He was romancing me. I think he's been eating. Somebody's been eating holes through the sunflower leaves. I don't want to get too close to the Willoughby house because I can hear a little chirping in there. So I think they've got some little baby Willoughbys in there. All right, got out of the sun. So some of the things that I'm learning from my cut flower garden is most things I can probably put about 6 inches apart. I went by a general rule of like 12 inches apart for larger plants like dahlias and sunflowers, and 9 to 6 inches apart for everything else. I think I could get away with probably 6 inches apart for just about everything, honestly, except for maybe my dahlias. I think I would keep them at the 12 inches, but I think that the zinnias can probably go maybe even 4 inches apart, and the pretty much everything else I could probably do 6, even the sunflowers, because they're so tall and the stalk isn't that big, and I could get more in that space. And then the heads, they don't get as large when they don't have as much space, so it would be giving me a better size for bouquets. Some other things that I'm learning is that I definitely need drip irrigation, 100%. We got a soaker hose, we gave it a try, and it just really wasn't putting out enough for what we need for that area. And since we've got it, I've done a little more research on soaker hoses versus drip irrigation. And with drip, you can really get more specific with your watering. Make sure that you're getting water to the exact spot that you want. So I think that is something that we will get into very soon. If not this year, it 100% has to be done next year. All right, trying to find my good side. This is real life stuff. I'm looking a hot mess, but that's how it is right now. It's okay. So what am I going to do with the cut flower garden? One thing is just learning. It's good to learn all different avenues of gardening. Another thing is I love to have fresh flowers in my house all the time. And the other thing is to sell bouquets. that's something that I'm hoping to start doing next week. I think I have enough in bloom that I can start selling bouquets next week. I'm starting a Facebook page or group where I'm going to sell them from, and I think I'm going to just let people pick like a couple colors per week, give a couple color options, but not necessarily the plant options, and then I will do the bouquets. And my plan is to do like Fresh Flower Fridays where people can pick up their bouquets on every Friday, something along those lines. We'll see. I'm gonna start it out on Facebook next week and see how it goes. So yeah, hopefully that does well. And as I'm doing that, I'll also be continuing to learn. What I don't have out in the cut flower garden, I will just supplement it from things that I have around in my regular gardens, because heaven knows I sure have plenty of plants everywhere. So that's going to be the plan for my cut flower garden. I'm going to extend it next year, make it a lot bigger. Well, I'm not going to say a lot bigger. I'm going to make it a couple feet bigger. I don't have a lot of space right there. We're on a small plot of land in the middle of a neighborhood. So, you know, I work with what I can. But that's it for the update on the cut flower garden. I think it's looking really good, guys. We'll check in with it again in a couple weeks and see how it's coming along, or especially when the dahlias start blooming. I'm excited to show the dinner plate dahlias because I've never seen them either myself. So this will be a first time for me to see them and to grow them. So it'll be exciting. So I'll share that all with you. But until next time, guys, I hope that you find romance in everything that you do every day. Bye-bye.